fans. What's up, peeps? This is Kirt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live for the 2 o'clock Saturday night grind. This is an appetizing live stream for tomorrow, because tomorrow we will have Spencer Farron on that breaks us into all of the scumbag, or scumbags, should I say, in the boxing forum. Whitey McCracken, hit that like, nerds. Shout out to Whitey in the building. Ask Skip, Eubank wasn't wrong. Promoters are scumbags. You know, you have someone like a promoter. A promoter, to me, you know, if you look up the, let's take Bob Arum, for example, right? Bob Arum, if you look him up, okay, let's do it together, okay? Vincent N in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Bob Arum. All right. You know, it's crazy because here we go. Bob Arum is an American lawyer and boxing promoter. He is the founder of CEO of Top Rank, a promotional and professional boxing company based in Las Vegas. Prior to becoming a boxing promoter, Arum was employed as an attorney in the tax division of the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. Okay, so basically, promoters are lawyers. They're lawyers. You know, Bob, you know, is a lawyer, or was a lawyer, and then he became a promoter. But so, yo, Kirt, how's it going? It's going pretty good, man. I feel good. I just woke up from a nap, you know. Yeah, man, ate good, had a great breakfast and everything like that. Did some videos, you know. Visited church. Everything was good, man. I can't complain on today. Everything is good. You know, a little tired, but yeah, I'm taking time to just chill. I had a good night's rest. You know, I can't complain, you know. Mama Lou in the building, counterpunch to you. Ecom, Eshan. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good. But let's talk about the scumbags. You know, this scumbag term has become very, very interesting. I mean, very interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to the point now where it's starting to become more of a known term. And it's crazy because when Errol Spence, when Spencer Farron actually came out and used that term, scumbag, it like that term stuck. You know what I mean? It's like the term stuck. And we want to talk about that term. So let's look up scumbag. Scumbag. Okay. Scumbag is a vulgar slang term that has used multiple meanings. A dishonest, unkind, or pleasant person, right? Or a condom. Okay, scumbag may also refer to a 2017 black comedy film by Mars Roberge that won honorable mention for Best Feature Film at the Comedy World Network International Film Festival in 2018. Never heard of that. Okay. Or a song by Goody Grace from 2019. Never heard of that. A song by John Lennon and Yoko Ono from Sometime in New York. Never heard of that either. A song by Green Day from Shenanigans. And I've heard of Green Day, but I never heard of that either. So let's see. A scum and a trash can. Yeah. But I'd like to use it is called a dishonest or unkind or unpleasant person. The scumbag. That's exactly what it is. That's what we're gonna go with, and that's what I think Spencer Farron meant. Okay, he will tell us though. He will tell us what he meant because he's very outspoken, and he should be. Why wouldn't he be outspoken? Why wouldn't he be outspoken at all? He's speaking his mind, and if anybody should know anything about the boxing world, it should be Spencer Farron, right? Spencer Farron should know those particular things. He should know those things. That's why he's saying what's on his mind. My thing is, Don Charles. I don't know why Don Charles, and I'll ask Spence, of course, during the live stream, why does Don Charles have something against Spencer Farron or what he said? You know? But if I had to guess, people, if I really had to guess about that, I would guess that based on how Don Charles has been conducting himself through interviews, I would definitely say that Don Charles is not really he's not a person that likes to directly point out certain people or things. You know what I mean? He likes to do certain passive things. Now he did put Gareth Davis on Front Street yesterday. He did do that, and it just made me like, okay, well, what's the deal with that? You know, so but I think if he was that direct, honestly, if he was that direct with Gareth Davis and Tate stating like you guys wanted to see my fighter win, I don't see why he's so secretive with other people. I can't tell you who said it and this, that, and the other, but I'm gonna tell you what was said. See, those type of things, I don't like the, hey, let me say what was said, but I don't want to say who it came from type thing. I don't really like that as far as that goes because that's showing that you're not really holding anyone accountable. You're just saying things. That's a heard. That's not a told or anything. That's a heard. Because see, now everyone that duplicates that information, then they would have to say, I heard Don say it. Not who Don said it, because Don is refusing to say who says it or who said it. Like, oh, like whoever wanted, and I have to clear up some stuff today too, okay? Because for one, Don Charles was saying, an ex-boxer that wished that Danny Dubois would be put in the hospital. You know what I mean? So those type of things. We're going to clear all that up today, okay? It's a beautiful day, so I got to get some of these natural rays, okay? Some of this vitamin E, all right? And I'm going to do that now. So we're going to head outside because it is a very beautiful day out here. It's been a beautiful day yesterday, the day before that. hopefully the day after as well. Okay, we got 50 on the chat. Let's hit that like button, guys. Let's go for it. Let's show that love and appreciation. Oh man, it's beautiful. Beautiful out here. It is a beautiful day out here. Orville Flowers in the building. Counterpunch to you. Orville Flowers. Don Charles is a bit emotional, but very good trainer. Yeah, I think he's a very good trainer. I think he's an old school trainer. He knows AJ. There's a reason why he has so much experience. See, I did a video on that fight, on him saying that I know AJ and I know things about AJ that we can exploit. Now people are going to listen when he's won. What's happening, fight fans? Fook Noose. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Fook Noose. That's the name. That's how you say it. Fook Noose. Chris Eubank Jr. apologizes and retracts extraordinary scumbag comments about Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, and then Carol Sullivan. Well, I mean, you know what? I don't believe in any of that. Because if you said it, you meant it. And see, when anytime you got a fighter, I'm going to tell you, anytime you got a fighter that says something and then later on they retract it, that meant something had to be said to him that made him do it. The powers that be made him say, you know what, you can't say that. So, you know, you're going to have to apologize or we're going to put action upon you that you're not going to like. That's all that really means. That's all that is. Davies is wild. Enjoy it, Kurt. We barely get any over here in the UK. Man, you know what? I keep hearing that, man. I keep hearing that. I heard shout out to my boy, man. God bless the dead. You guys remember Pro Bees from Pep Talk UK? To tell me, man, like, look, that's why a lot of people in the UK go on holiday a lot because you guys don't get a lot of sun over there. He said it's sunshines and sun and rainbows. If that's, you know, if that's what you like, that's not here. It's good to see you back healthy, bro. Counterpunch to you. Now stop ducking me and let's get a fight on, Kurt. 5 rounds. Step 1. Uh-oh. Unless you are the man I think you are. Hey, unless you're Jake Paul. I want Jake Paul. I want that Jake Paul money. See, I want that long YouTube money. You know? See, I know how to eat healthy. I know how to get in shape. You know, I used to physical train, so I know it all. Stephen Sweeney, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. That's why I think AJ should hire Shane, who also knows Dubois in and out. I would say let's go for it. And, you know, and I think if he does hire Shane McCracken will teach him some stuff about Dubois and everyone else involved. What do you do for a living? I pretend to be other people. I thought Frank's face was so funny. But yeah, like Chris Eubank calling people, hey, scumbags. He knew and he meant that's what he is. You can't undo anything that has anything to do with media. Even if you post something and it's something that you might regret posting, somebody somewhere is going to screenshot that sucker and it's going to be forever captured. Because you can't make someone out of their phone or their device delete anything. You know what I mean? You got to be very powerful. And even if that's the case, they'll send it to somewhere else or some other website, some other social media platform, and it will be there. Jay Roos Theory in the building. My dude, Jay Roos. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Dave is a noob. What's a noob? I don't know what that is. What's a noob? Mickey the Tool. AJ should fight Wilder now. He could fight Wilder. That's an option. And I think that's like AJ fighting Wilder is something that we could get. But I don't think that AJ would. I don't think AJ. If the AJ I know, I don't think he'll want to fight Wilder because he knows there's a guy that's lingering out there that got the best of him. Tamin Aku, hello, sexy. And no hate, no homo, respect. Okay, Tamin, appreciate you. Foot Noose, tripped up jab. Tripped up jab is how to beat Jake Paul. Triple up the jab. Then when you land the third, follow up with the right. Bro, you better be respectful to Eduardo Hearns. Okay. Yeah, you know, Eddie'll throw those, man, you think he won't? Eddie'll throw those defamation things in. He just won't say it a lot, but he will. Yo, what's up, Kirt and crew? Much respect. Great to see you back, bro. Loreco Perez, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Man, it's good to be back, man. I'm back in the sun. I'm back out in the outskirts of the world, away from all the rat races and all that stuff. Beautiful sights, beautiful weather. This is the most perfect weather. I'm not going to lie. This is perfect. You got the wind blowing, bro. I don't know if you guys can hear it. The sun is definitely shining, you know. Does it feel like Eddie's throwing AJ under the bus with his latest comments about AJ slipping? No, he didn't say AJ was slipping. He said that if he detects any type, 1% of slipping, he's going to get rid of him. That's what he said. Oh, newbie. Okay, I don't think he's a newbie, bro. You mean Davis or Davis? It means beginner. Okay. Joshua had something going on mentally that night against Dubois. Well, I guess, and I did a video this morning. I just didn't post it yet. I did 4 videos when I woke up. I've posted 2. So, you know, where, bro, this is in Louisiana. I'm in Louisiana. So the summer's over. So fall is probably the best time. Spring would be. The only difference between spring is spring, that's when all the pollen and all that stuff comes out. Stop rubbing it in, Kurt. UK don't get much good weather. Mama Lou, I'm sorry. My fault. Yeah, but bro, it's gorgeous out here. I am gonna rub. Look at this. Look at this, bro. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous out here. Look at that. Look at that, dude. Yes. 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 All right, I'm gonna quit. How's your health, Kurt? Hope you're better. God bless you. Appreciate you, man. I feel good. I feel good. No aches, no pains, you know, no swollen feet. And I'm like, I haven't had swollen feet since 2018. And in 2018, I finished a film, like this horror film called Squatter. It's on Amazon Prime. Check it out if you got time. Bars. But I was this, you know, I starred in this film, Squatter. And then right after filming, I had to jump on the road, head to Dallas, get on a plane to Brazil, right? And it's crazy because when I got there, the flight was boarding. So I got there in the nick of time, you know? Sounds like you're always congested, swallowing them burgers every couple minutes. Need to get to some allergy. No, man, it's opening up. I'm serious, dude. It was worse than this, so it'll be better. Trust me. I wouldn't like to see AJ rematch Triple D if the turkey calls for it. There's no rematch clause, and AJ was the challenger. Lions Den, Kurt, have you got an opinion on BK bare knuckle fighting championships? I love it. It's brutal. I don't necessarily want to eat when I watch it, but I like it. I like it. I like it, bro. But yeah, I definitely like it. But yeah, man, Eddie, you got to put some respect on Eduardo Hearn. Yeah, man. You know, and see, Eddie didn't say nothing. Eddie just like, you know what, call my lawyers. You know, call up Frank. Call up Frank. Yeah, Mama Lou. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, man. Your opinion on the Charles bitterness. I don't know what it is, though, with Don Charles, honestly, because you would think that a man like that did what he's supposed to do would be a little bit more happier and positive, and his response would be a lot different. You know what I mean? I don't like, he's like, hey, I'm thankful. I'm thank God that this happened. I thank this. I thank that. And I'm like, well, you know, the way you're acting, dude, you're acting like, I know he's emotional. And I think this is what it is. I think Don Charles is emotional. I think he's still understanding what could have been. But then at the same time, it comes back to the scumbag situation. I think he's emotional because he knows people, that what could have happened to him, he could have got sacked. And he knows he could have got sacked. And I think he's pissed at Spencer Farron because Spencer Farron knows that, hey, there's more to it than you losing besides you getting sacked. He don't like you. He doesn't like you as a trainer. He never did. And I'm here to tell the world and you that he doesn't like you because he told me so. That's all it was. And I think Don knows that deep down. I don't think it's that deep. I think he knows that Daniel's dad, as much influence that Daniel's dad has over Daniel, he would have got rid of me if we wouldn't have won this fight. And I think he's kind of like, it's almost like something that almost happened to you, that it didn't happen to you, but it still brings you anxiety. I think that's what it is. Who told you so, bro? Who told me? Spencer told everybody. Spencer Farron said, I forget, he was on Boxing Social or whatever. He said that Daniel's father, Stan Dubois, invited him to the house and said he didn't like Don Charles. He wanted to get rid of him. That's what he told him. And that wasn't that long ago. It was before the fight. Okay? That's what happened. If you've been on, in case you guys have been under a rock lately, Spencer Farron has went out on the limb and said, you know what? I was with Daniel Dubois' dad. Daniel Dubois' dad told me that, guess what? He doesn't like Don Charles and he wants to get rid of him. So get this. This is what I take from that. I think he didn't like Don Charles, and I think he didn't think Don Charles was doing his son justice. And I believe, based on what he told Spencer Farron, I think it's safe to say, people, just me thinking this is my opinion. I think that Don Charles was going to get out as soon as he lost, because I think that Daniel Dubois' dad thought Daniel Dubois was going to lose. He thought his son was going to lose. Would there be any rematch You know what I mean? I just think because he was like, hey, I don't like him. You know, I don't think he's doing I don't think he's really taking my son seriously, and I want to get rid of him. He told Spencer Farron that. Spencer Farron was like, okay, well, what Spencer Farron knew of this dude, he was into black magic, he was into all types of other stuff. Skrilla 50 in the building, the man with the wrench. What's up, brother? Kind of punch to you. Would there be any rematch? Kirt, stop sniffling up and swallowing the mucus. Build up your nose and then use a tissue to blow it and clear body from bacteria. Mr. London, counterpunch to you. Mama Lou, Jawad, don't be act silly asking people to bark. Yeah, that's gonna get you out of here, bro. We don't like look. I don't know what people do and think, but like a lot of that stuff's getting old. I remember when I went lives, and I used to go lives, and there were twice as many people in here. You know, and I think what happens is when people come in with that type of stuff, that unprofessionalism, it turns people off. So, you know, that's why I have moderators, you know, Mama Lou, Skrilla 50 in the building, Scrants, Rants, etc. They get people out of here, you know, God of War. They get people out of here. So, like, refrain from asking stupid and saying stupid stuff that does not pertain to boxing. Okay? Because, listen, I will get you out of here, and you will go and you will not return. That's it. You know what I mean? And I was a lenient guy, you know, because I used to look at people like, why is it, you know, why did this guy block this guy or whatever? And I know some people just do it because they don't like what you say about boxing, but some people are not even talking about boxing. You know? I think Frank built an empire and Eddie inherited one. I know that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Frank has been around twice as long as Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn now is going to know what it's like to be Frank, to deal with what Frank dealt with. Frank Warren was punched in the face. Frank was shot in the head. Frank been through a whole lot of stuff that a lot of people don't talk about. Frank Warren has been through a lot of stuff. You know? So it is what it is, man. Frank has been there. You know, Frank was not born with a silver spoon. He was not born in a huge house the size of that museum over there. He was not. You know? These short type lives, you can't shrink it down to use other apps on your phone, but still listen like a normal live. Huh. You can't? I don't know. That's a YouTube thing, because sometimes you can. Like sometimes you can like shrink them down and do something else, but then sometimes if you hit the back button or whatever, it'll go off. So I don't know, man. That's a YouTube thing. If I knew how to do it, I would. Like, hey, have me shrinked, and then you can do other stuff, because it's a lot of stuff you want to do with your phone. You know? People are saying AJ got beat up. Nah, he got bodied. He fought like a mug and got bodied like one. Ooh. Well, bro, people people, look, it's time. It's time to go at AJ. It's been a week now. It's been a week and a day, and everybody still wants to pay AJ a visit of criticism, and he should, bro. He know better than that, man. You know, all the people that depended on him, that looked up to him, that supported him, that rode with him, bro. And you pull something like that, roll the dice. Come on, bro. Double jab and roll the dice. What's wrong with you? I like AJ, but he made us mad. I know he did. He made a lot of people mad. Listening to Ben Davison. And shout out to my boy Showbiz the Dope. Listen. He look, and it's funny. He's made a did you guys see Showbiz's video about Ben Davison? He thinks Ben Davison was on the take. He thinks that was a form of corruption. He thinks that was a form of corruption, and I'm like, well, I don't know if that was a form of corruption per se. You know, I'm not sure. But honestly, how to give that type of advice, you know, you never heard
Roll the dice. Bro, you never heard Ben say something like that. You know what I mean? Roll the dice. AJ and Ben knew Dubois was tough and trying anything. Dan's the man of the moment. Well done to him. Yep, he is the man. He is the man, people. Trainer's reputation is surely more valuable than a payday. Yeah, it just makes you wonder, why did he do what he did? Why did he give him that advice? That's why, like, again, like Showbiz, he's like, man, that dude, he set up AJ. He set JJ up. He didn't want AJ to fight Tyson Fury. But if you think about it, honestly, that makes a lot of sense. See, if you're Ben Davison and you've had AJ for what? This is your third fight, 2 fights. People are praising you. That means you're not destined to really go anywhere, because people are satisfied with your work. So you're like, why get rid of Ben Davison? Well, here's the problem. Ben Davison is still friends with Tyson Fury. You don't think that's the truth? That's the truth. And see, what way would you get rid of Anthony Joshua and Ben Davison, or the idea of Anthony Joshua working with Ben Davison? What would you do? What would you do at that point? What could you do? You could give some terrible advice and get him knocked out. Then nobody don't want him anymore. Then nobody's asking for it. Nobody's asking for that. Matthew Branch, what's up, brother? Kind of punch to you. I like AJ, but he got shook up like a dice. Greetings from South Wales, Kirt. Good to see you safe and well. DJ Anton, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Should have simply said, keep your chin down and hands up. Then maybe slapped him across the face and said, snap out of it. He didn't do that. He said, give him a double jab. You know, like a double jab is going to stop Dubois' overhand right. A double jab is going to leave you right open to get hit with an overhand right. Do you guys understand what I'm saying to you? Those type of things that he did made you think that maybe, just maybe, Ben Davison, he might have done something corruptive. And he might have done it because he knew, if I instruct AJ to do something, AJ's going to do it, right? AJ is he's a pretty obeyable guy, I would like to think. Right? Since he's a pretty obeyable guy, Kirt, I think AJ is mental. It doesn't matter the trainer anymore. Keeping your hands up is simple. That is true. He should have known that. I agree with that. That man should have known that as long as he's been a pro, as long as he's had on some gloves on his hands, when he walked in with his cousin to the first boxing gym, that was one of the first things he learned. Keep your hands up. Oh, he knew to put him up when Danny Dubois was welling on him, but by that time it was already too late. He was already getting smashed to bits. He was getting smashed. Adesina Alugun. Hi, Kirt. Greetings from Nigeria. Counterpunch to you. Tyson got rid of Ben for a reason. Remember, everyone. Well, he didn't look. And here's the thing. That leaves me more to criticizing Ben. Why? Ben wanted a certain game plan, and Ben also wanted to be number one trainer. See, Tyson Fury did not leave Ben Davison. Ben Davison left Tyson Fury. Why? Because Ben Davison was informed that he would not be, I repeat, he would not be the head trainer, because Tyson Fury wanted to bring in Sugar Hill Stewart, which he did. He brought in Sugar Hill Stewart. Okay, this is a fact. He brought Sugar Hill Stewart in, and Ben Davison lost it. He was like, nope, I don't like that. I don't like the idea. I don't like the whole idea of anybody or any strategy where it means take it to Deontay Wilder. You don't want to take it to Deontay Wilder. You want to box him like we've instructed. So Ben Davison, his whole idea, Tyson Fury with his boxing attributes, with his speed, with his height, with his reach. Let me jab, jab, right hand, stay out of the way of the right hand, box him, jab him, keep the distance, avoid the right hand. That's all what he was doing. That's all he wanted. Tyson Fury wanted to bring in Sugar Hill Stewart, and Sugar Hill Stewart was like, you know what? I got a better idea. How about let's not give space? How about let's stop boxing? How about we take the fight to Deontay Wilder? And Ben Davison did not like that. Therefore, Ben Davison left. It wasn't that Tyson Fury fired him. It wasn't that Tyson Fury let him go. Ben Davison left because Ben Davison wanted the position that he had. He wanted to be head trainer. And since he wasn't head trainer and he didn't like the whole strategy anyway, he was out. But understand, Ben Davison did not like the strategy. Why? Because he's Tyson's friend. He thought it was stupid. Why? Because if he gets hurt or get hit, he gets hurt or get knocked out, he doesn't want that for his friend, right? Whoever said Ben Davison was Anthony Joshua's friend? No one. He's just a guy that was conveniently working out at his gym, and he decided to train him for that particular time. Because remember, Anthony Joshua was supposed to go back to Derek James in the States over here in Dallas. That was the plan. Until this Days of Reckoning came about, and he needed somebody to train him right then and there, and then Derek James would he'd have to fly over here and then get trained and fly back, and then that's less training and this, that, and the other, all that, right? That's what happened. The good thing about that fight was Otto Weiland was not a puncher. Something was not right for AJ that day. Still feel AJ got a lot in his tank. I feel he will win the rematch. Well, understand something. AJ needs somebody that's going to, like, he needs a Teddy Atlas. He needs a constant reminder of what his job objections and duties are. You know what I mean? Sugar Hill Stewart knew that if you took it to Wilder, he would then be beaten. Well, he knew that, but you have to sit down on your punches. You have to be aggressive. You have to push Deontay Wilder back. If you have the Deontay Wilder moving forward, he's going to chin you eventually because the momentum belongs to him, because you're not taking it to him, he's taking it to you. That's what gave him that punching power. That step in right hand, or that leaning right hand. Bro, jab, jab, right hand. It's simple, it's basic, but it's effective, and it's very, very dangerous. Okay? AJ was best with Rob McCracken, to be fair. The only problem with Rob McCracken is Rob McCracken didn't have the time to be cracking with AJ. That's the problem. Rob McCracken, now let me talk about Rob for a minute. Rob McCracken couldn't understand, he couldn't tear away from the GB team. He couldn't tear away from the other obligations, so he hired people that he felt that was equal to whatever of training AJ, which AJ needed a trainer for him. That's like Eddie Reynoso saying, hey, Canelo, I can't train you because I got this other stuff going in Mexico to train these other amateurs. Canelo would tell him to take a flying, you know what, because why would you want to do that for me when you've been here for me and I need you here in one of the toughest fights of my career? Bars. That's what I'm talking about. Rob McCracken, yeah, I don't think Rob was a bad trainer. I just think I think everybody got too full of themselves, honestly. I think everybody got too complacent with AJ. I think AJ got complacent with AJ. I think that Rob McCracken had too much going on, which he should have scrapped all that stuff and really decided what's more important is being with Anthony Joshua, my star pupil, my champion, the champion of the world, that gives me 10% of his purse to train, or is it these kids that I'm harvesting up? Which one is more important? That's what the problem is. Okay? Robert Garcia told all. He was like, look, AJ wanted too much. He wanted too much concessions. He wanted things to go his way. He didn't like Robert Garcia did not like the way they told him to train AJ. These are all facts. It kind of sounds familiar, don't it? Goes back to that Deontay Wilder shit. It sounds like the same setup. Ego, bravado, preference. That's how these fighters want it. That's how these fighters get it. But is it helping the fighters? No, it's not. We're overanalyzing. AJ had his chin in the air and the worst version of Joshua. AJ got defeated because of AJ. You're right. Last week we saw the best version of Danny Dubois and the worst version of Joshua. I don't even think that was the best Dubois. I think it was a good Dubois, but I think it was just a good enough Dubois to beat someone that wasn't prepared. That's all. I don't want to hear that he was the best. No, I don't even think he was the best. I just think he was prepared. He was ready. Wilder is a loser if he gives his trainer 10%. Matthew Branch. Kirt, AJ is overthinking. He needs to fight and react. I feel he confuses himself sometimes in there. He doesn't have the best ring IQ, people. It is what it is. But back to the scumbags. You got Eddie Hearn. You got Frank Warren. You got Carol Sauerland. Hey, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Okay. All right, cool. Then we will see whether or not Joshua is truly finished. Well, I mean, if he gets knocked out this time, I mean, a lot of people have already heard. A lot of people have heard enough, you know. They've heard enough. They've seen enough. Oh, man. They've seen enough. And I don't blame people. Because AJ should have been ready. He should have been ready, man. AJ should have been ready for whatever came. Because, see, even if you get to that point where you get that and complacent in fights, and I know there's times you do, and maybe this was one of the times. You know, some people are tired of giving AJ the benefit of the doubt because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know? I used to train with Angel Fernandez. He was my old sparring partner at Epsom and Ewell, Surrey, and our trainer was James Kelleny. He used the name McKay then, okay. McKay Fernandez, all right. Kirt, when is your interview with Spencer? It's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., so that's 8 p.m. you guys' time. Wilder gives Al 25%, Malik 10%, and Finkel takes 10. He's a dummy. That's a lot of people you got to share with. But, you know, That's Wilder. You know, Wilder's a thing about loyalty. Yeah, Kirt, boxing is corrupt as a whole. But yeah, but here's my thing. AJ should have known better. He should have known better on that. He should have known better. You know, but most importantly, Ben Davison should have instructed him better too. But then again, you know, I want to know what Ben Davison has to say. I really have to know what Ben Davison has to say because, you know, I don't think it's right to really bash Ben if you don't know what Ben was saying in between rounds on every round. See, if any time Ben told him, bro, keep your hands up and tuck your chin, don't leave yourself open like that, that mean he did his job. Kirt, I think AJ had a panic attack. That night he always does that. Yeah, because I remember, bro, back in the day, I remember like Boxing Ego and the LDBC and all these guys. Bro, they were having a fields day with AJ. Oh, boy. When he lost all those belts to Andy Ruiz, man, they loved that. They absolutely loved that, bro. That was a surprising shock. I mean, everybody was shocked. Don't get me wrong. They were like, dang, AJ, you got whooped like that? Eddie groomed him from the start, and he's still getting stage fright. Yeah, man. Doesn't matter the ultimate instruction he gave. AJ got knocked out. AJ was never a good fight. He thinks he is the Olympic jab, jab, jab. I don't know what people see in him. He walks to the ring, thrown his shape, and when he gets punched, silly talks. Okay. AJ needs a warm-up fight. Zhang would be a perfect candidate. He would get knocked out by Zhang. Zhang will knock out AJ. That's the funny thing. He'll knock him out, then he'll then he'll have Wilder and AJ on his. He'll knock out Anthony Joshua. No, that would be dumb because you got someone that's old like that, older. Nah. If AJ didn't have a concussion, that would have never have happened with Ruiz. Well, I want to see that book he was talking about writing. That's what I want to see, if he had one or not. Because we know one thing, that, he got knocked out this time. There was no concussion. If he didn't have a concussion, he probably got one against Dubois. Now, AJ would keep his hands up. Zhang called for the AJ fight for years. Yeah, because he has some get back. He has some get back, bro. Kirt, I feel AJ didn't respect Dubois. Dude came in the fight with hands down like he is an elite. I just want to see what he's going to do the next time. I do think he beats Dubois the second time. And it is not because I think Dubois comes in. Because, I don't think Dubois is that type of person. Dubois is not like, yeah, I'm better than everyone now. I'll smash him to bits. I just want to fight, show everyone that. No, I think he will fight a Dubois that knows that he can beat AJ. And I think AJ will show him that, hey, this is what's supposed to happen. He needs that rematch, bro. Because, people are going to talk about him bad. He misjudged time. He pulled some Prince Asim Ahmed shit on the cool. That's all he really did. He pulled a Prince Asim Ahmed. Prince Asim Ahmed did that shit all the time. The only difference was Prince Asim Ahmed was not that chinny. He was just caught off guard because he was doing the wrong orthodox stuff. He was not obeying the principles that he learned. Same thing happened to AJ. AJ had his face up in the air. That's what first did it, bro. He got caught with a shot. When you get caught with a shot right on your chin like that you don't think you're going to get hit with, yeah, man. And we know his recovery skills are not all that up to par. Can't see AJ winning the rematch if it happens. No. He's going to fight Daniel Dubois, and he's going to catch Daniel Dubois. He should have done that anyway. The same thing that happened in round 5. He should have caught it. Listen, Anthony can hurt Daniel. You guys must know that. He can hurt Daniel. Daniel does not have a chin like Andy Ruiz does. I want people to understand that. Daniel Dubois, everybody's talking, he's just durable, and he can take shots. Yes, he can take shots, but understand, everyone has a limit. He is not Andy Ruiz. And even Andy Ruiz got put down by AJ. Mr. T, I'm feeling good today, man. Feeling good. But I'm just trying to let people know. So, look, listen. When the rematch happens and AJ knocks out Dubois, don't say nothing. Don't come here and say, oh, yeah. You're right, Kirt. I'm trying to tell you. When he puts those guards up and he squares off against Dubois, Dubois is going to catch him. He's going to catch him with the jab. And then that's going to be a problem for Joshua. He's going to have to deal with the jab first. He's going to knock out Daniel Dubois. He's going to knock him out because, see, what's going to happen, he's going to knock him out, but he's going to be aware that he can get knocked out. But that's one scenario. 2, if AJ goes in there and fights scared and fights and tries to jab and run around the ring, look, and he somehow wins a decision, he should retire, because that means that mentally he's not engaging, because he fights with fear, not caution, but fear. There's a difference. See, when you fight with caution, you understand, like, okay, this dude can knock me out, but I also know what I can do. You know, fear is I don't want to get knocked out, so I'm never going to put myself in a situation to ever get hit like I did before. That's someone that's scared. You don't want anyone like that, because AJ wasn't built like that. AJ he was not promoted like that. So no, he should go home and stay at home and don't come back, because we don't want to see hey, let me jab, and jab. No, you're not Tyson Fury, bro. Sorry. You're not meant to be. What if Triple D don't go for the finish and fight scared? Should he retire? No, but see that. Why ask a question like that? Daniel Dubois is not going to go in there to box. Daniel Dubois is going to go in there to do what Daniel Dubois does. That D, it means dynamite. He goes in there to explode. He's going in there to give AJ another ass whooping. For a second, my faith in humanity was lost seeing the majority of votes say no. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Hey, man, I was shocked too. You know, Daniel went, big young ass Daniel went in there and beat the hell out of JJ. I mean, it was funny though. It was funny to see, because it's so surprising, because boxing gives us this. That's why I love boxing. It's the sport that I love, that I hate so much. That's why. Drab was probably the best under the division. Bro, man, Dubois has a good jab. And see, when he comes in with that jab, bro, he comes in, he steps in. Bow! And he steps out in a sense. And it's like, bro, AJ wasn't ready for that jab. He got hit with it, and he was like, ooh, I don't like that shit. You know? Then, look, then you got to deal with power punches. The jab felt like a power punch, and the jab wasn't even a power punch. That's the crazy thing. Yeah. And see, AJ should really worry about you. Yeah, you should jab with a jabber, but he should worry more about how that jab's coming. But it's so aggressive, and he's coming right at you with it. He comes at you to establish it. He doesn't come at you, well, let me try to jab to see where you're at. No, he comes, bro. Daniel Dubois comes at you. He ding ding. That dude is coming at you, you know. That big bloke coming at you, bro, and he establishes that jab early. It reminds me of when, not the jab itself, but when Terrence Crawford came in and jabbed Terrence Crawford right away. When he jabbed him right away, he knew, I got him. He knew he had arrow spence right then. Yeah, that would be a good fight. Well, yeah, I would love to see Andy Ruiz versus Daniel Dubois. See, the thing about boxing is, see, here's the thing. Here's the problem, people. For boxing stats, based on what AJ did for boxing with boxing, the bad thing is, here's the bad thing. It's like boxing needs AJ based on what AJ did for boxing. Daniel's not going to do that. Daniel's just going to be the dude that came along and beat AJ like we seen. AJ was the guy that filled up Wembley. Nobody will probably ever do that again in boxing, especially British boxing. It depends on the state of mind Triple D is in, because he only sees to be better when his dad is holding his hand side. That's why Frank got him there. Well, his dad is definitely an influence, okay? But understand something too with Daniel. His dad ain't going nowhere. Mark Williams, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Yoons, border ball, hello there to you. Adds Chip, hi, bro. Hello, brother. Kirt, do you think AJ and Wilder would be a good sell point for this fight? For real? I don't know. Kirt, what about Joshua and Martin McCauley? What about them? No, man, give somebody young for somebody young, man. You know, there with Philip Hrgovic, he's been in there with Joshua. And see, I think Daniel Dubois he's a soldier, bro. He's a soldier. He's not a person with his own mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like Daniel Dubois. Okay, if Daniel Dubois had some originality, if he had some originality, okay? If he had originality, he was like, well, it don't matter what difference, it doesn't matter, whichever pays the most. See, he's not particular. Let's put it that way. Not originality. I can't say that. He's just not particular. I don't want to give him a hard time. I just think he's not, like, if anybody, like that doesn't bother him that he took an L from who? Joe Joyce, nor Usyk. You know, none of those guys. He's backwards is what you're trying to say in a nice way. Well, no, I just don't think he's particular. I just don't think he's a guy that really cares about, like, specific goals. You know what I mean? Like, he could have said, no, I want to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He didn't care about any of that. You know, I mean, in essence, I think which is a good thing, because he may stay around longer, but again, he has no personal goals. Like, AJ wanted to be, what, 3-time heavyweight champion, and he came up short. You know? He didn't make it. Let's put it that way. But Daniel's like, hey, man, well, I don't care what I do. Just pay me the most money. Which, you know, if you're looking for money, you'd be like, okay, that's a smart idea. That's a smart bloke, because he wants cash. But some people would say, you know what, nah, give me that Usyk rematch, because I think I can take Usyk, because I think I knocked him out, and I think I want to finish the score. You know what I mean? But that's all, look, that's what we're dealing with when we're dealing with younger guys When we're dealing with guys that are not as popular, that is not as charismatic, that's what we deal with. You know? Kirt, who you got, Anthony Joshua versus Philip Hrgovic? I think Anthony Joshua knocks out Philip Hrgovic. I think he always would. He always would have knocked out Philip. I think, honestly, when Danny Dubois beat up Philip Hrgovic, when he beat him up, I think they were like, oh, man, because we're going to really have a problem with Daniel, because I know Daniel can punch, because the bro put me on Queer Street a few times during sparring. That's what I think they were thinking. I think they knew, like, look, man, we're going to have to take, but then they weren't really concerned either, because they seen what Philip Hrgovic could do. So at the same time, they were like, man, Daniel, he showed us up, but dude, look how many times he got hit. Yeah, he did a better job on Dubois. He didn't get knocked down or stopped, did he? But he came in with his damn chest all poked out, thinking that he was going to do something and make Dubois quit, because they thought Dubois was a big ass cream puff in a big body. Kirt, at this point, do you still think AJ beating Fury? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know, bro. You know what? I would have told you quick. I don't know now. I just don't know. Because, shit, man, AJ showed me some stuff that we thought that he was over. See, everybody talks about Danny Dubois, and yeah, we're convinced that, hey, man, he's over that little stint of him quitting and taking knees and all that shit. But then when you see that resurface, you got to wonder, like, well, wait, it ain't went nowhere. It's still there. So if it's still there, people, if he still has that quit in him, or AJ still has that bitch in him, or whatever you want to call it, that apprehensiveness, that stage fright, those panic attacks, that what you want to call it, apprehensiveness, that's not good. That's not good at all. It's not good, bro. That's bad. That's bad on so many levels, man. You looking at a guy that we thought that was just gonna, beat up some of these young dudes, give them the blues. What's up, man? AJ beats Fury all day. Fury's a big dude. AJ fights much bigger with big people. Forget. Well, he didn't really do well against Hellenius. He just caught Hellenius. Hellenius was piecing him up, to be fair, bro. Hellenius was piecing him up. Hellenius, hey, look at AJ's fight after Hellenius versus the fight that he just had. He looked like Dubois didn't even touch him. He had a little bit of swollen, like he had a little sty on his eye. But other than that, AJ looked like he wasn't even touched. These are facts, man. And you looking at him in the Hellenius fight, he looked like two or three dudes jumped on him and beat the shit out of him or something. Don't say we. I was never on the AJ hype train. It was only a matter of time before he had to step up and get exposed again. Do you think Triple D should appeal his loss to Usyk and sue him like Haney did Garcia? Hell no. I don't even know why you keep coming with that shit. That's over, bro. That dude quit. Look, Danny Dubois quit. And I tell you what, I think AJ, a lot of people, what we're knowing, we're disappointed in AJ because he showed us signs of what he showed us before. Even though he got knocked out. So we can't even say that. So, I mean, he did try and he did go for the KO. He just went for the wrong punch because Ben Davison, I think, set his ass up. Now, I'm with Showbiz now. I think Ben set him up because Ben didn't want to be caught with the whole idea of training AJ for Tyson Fury. So he's like, you know what? Let me stop this gravy train. Yeah, let me tell him to roll the dice with a guy that has a good left hook. And we know AJ's not really good with taking punches like that. Usyk never took steroids. The ref ruled a decision. Dubois can't sue for a ref making a questionable decision. Absolutely. I see why people are trying to do that. Quan, you man, you do that every man. I'm trying to tell you, he knocked him up. And I'm like, look, he could not knock out someone that the ref can only rule out a knockout. You have to be counted to be knocked out. Let's use our common sense. Oh, he really knocked him out. How did he knock him out? He was never counted, so how can he be knocked out? Edbori Luis, what's up, my brother from Miami? Counterpunch to you in the building. What part of Miami? Que parte? Dime. Every time Fury came forward on Usyk, he had success. His aggression was better than his tricky style too. So I think Fury coming forward might just give Usyk some major issues. I think it will. I think so. I agree with another commentator. It was right to roll the dice. It was a choice of getting beat down for another 3 or 4 rounds or go for the kill. AJ's legs were gone at that point. I don't agree with that shit. Why would you say roll the dice with a person's throwing overhand rights and left hooks and landing? You want to throw an uppercut? What happened when he threw the uppercut? He got knocked out because he got caught with a right hand. No, that don't make sense. I don't agree with roll the dice. No, that's stupid. What did he hit him with to hurt him? What did AJ hit Dubois with? Can anybody tell me what did AJ catch him with? I want to see the fight between. I always wanted to see Jarrell Miller versus Anthony Joshua. A big right, exactly. You talking about rolling the dice? No, man. Yeah, it was a right. It was an overhand right he caught him with. Bow! He caught Danny Dubois with that right, and he caught him again with that right. And then see, those rights were breaking him down. And if you notice, when he hit Danny Dubois, he cornered. Look, he backed up into a corner. He backed up into a corner, so he had nowhere else to go. AJ pulled that roll the dice dumb shit and got knocked out because Danny Dubois was like, okay, well, he's going for you seen that shit coming from under there. He just threw the right hand and knocked him out. And the right hand wasn't even a big right hand. It was just a right hand. It was just like it was a punch he just threw out there. Difference is Dubois can fight going backwards. Kind of, I guess. You know. AJ fight in Africa is a retirement fight. Wilder and AJ, they both have the same losses. Damn, they do too, don't they? Got 4 losses. 2 to wait, yeah. 1 to Zhang, 1 to Parker, 2 to Fury. Yeah. 4 losses, man. But I look at it like this. Now their resume is looking like a real resume. Look, this is like the Mayweather era is over. AJ needed to keep his hands up. That's all. He can beat Dubois, but then we all know that Dubois can beat him, can't we? So it is what it is. To please the Joshua Nuthuggers, give him an easy fight. Joshua versus Chisora. Nope. AJ needs Klitschko or Claudius to train him. He'll probably get Klitschko over Claudius. He's not gonna have. He's not gonna have AJ. He's not gonna have Lennox Lewis in his corner. He did say roll the dice. Actually, he did. He said they are all scum. Let's see how the 65 votes. uh, yes, 66% says yes, they're all scumbags. 34% says no. Ben is good trainer. He will correct this with AJ. Mark my words. I think so. I think so, maybe. Marlon Thornell, man, I'm just taking it easy, man. Enjoying a Sunday afternoon. Don Charles is way better than Ben. Parker went from losing a couple times to doing the best in his career. He needs to be tested by quality fighters, but the fact that he didn't gave up gave up his respect. He didn't give up his respect. Well, there's a lot of fights that could be made, bro. We got rematches. We got Jarrell Miller. Damn it. I think Caballero beats Dubois easily. I mean, this is my thing though. I mean, if I don't hear anybody, if I don't hear who Joseph Parker's fighting, if I don't hear a Zhang fight, if I don't hear a Caballero fight, I'm gonna start raising some hell. I'm gonna start questioning, like, yo, what's going on with you guys? Because like Riad season is about like the best fighting the best, and we've got that for the most part. But you can't leave out these guys that have already proven themselves to be some of the best fighters, and especially a heavyweight division. So I need to find out who Caballero's fighting, and he better be fighting somebody worth a while. He better be an Otto Weiland or you know what I mean, something or someone that's going to keep him there. But Skrilla 50, like if he's calling the shots, they don't need the promoters to call the right shots. They need to be matching him up with somebody. Why Parker not getting bigger fights? He's been doing well. I think the Zhang fight scared him. I think the Zhang fight made him like, whoa, wait a minute, we can't be taking big fights like that. So like guys like Parker and McCauley. Yo, McCauley goes in there and bodies Joseph Parker. Yo, bro, it's definitely time for the redemption for the Redeemer. The redemption for the Redeemer. And I'm talking about Zhang versus McCauley. Daniel Dubois uses black magic for the win, according to Spencer. We're going to find out tomorrow, man. We're going to talk to Spence, man. We're going to talk. So I'm going to upload some more videos, man. I'm going to jump off of here. Wilder versus Weiland would be good. Why not? AJ fought Weiland. Why not? And Weiland just fought and won. He just won a last fight he was in. So I'm gonna get with you guys tomorrow. I may go live tonight at some time, see who's up. Richard Torre, I don't know who that is. Hrgovic and Caballero would be good. I think Caballero probably would beat Hrgovic, but who knows? We'll see what happens. Guys, I'm jumping off. Love you guys. Be blessed. Have a blessed Sunday. And everyone has been counterpunched. Yes, see you tonight. El Bori Luis. Peace.